Hey babes, welcome or welcome back. So I now is glammed up and I now is sitting down and I now is facing a different side of the room. What is gonna happen today? So today is a sit down talk video, and this video is going to be all about my ins and outs for 2025 to become the best version of myself. I don't want to say that girl because everybody has their own definition of that girl, and to group it under one specific characteristic or what idea you have based off other people's opinion on the internet doesn't seem right, does it? So this is how to become a better version of myself. You can take this with a pinch of salt or not, but these are personally my ins and outs of 2025. What are ins and outs? Ins and outs basically are values or habits you want to bring with yourself into 2025, or you want to start creating for yourself in 2025. And outs are habits and stuffs you want to take out, like characteristics you want to take out in 2025. Nobody can tell you basically what to do or how to do it. You have to know yourself, or you have to have an aim. Nobody is perfect, and at the end of the day, what really matters is that you're trying. So I made this video to help out the girlies who are still trying to discover themselves or need an idea on how exactly to become a better version of themselves. So this is Inau's version of leveling up. I have my phone here with me, and I wrote down pretty much all my ins and outs that I could think of down, so I'm going to be reading it. Okay, so my first in for 2025 is loving myself. It can be really hard being kind and loving to yourself, especially if you're a people pleaser, and I know there are lots of people pleasers out there. And guys, I'm sorry, but like, that's something we have to live in 2024. You can still please people while also being kind to yourself. Take every day as a step. Like, this is your first time living as well. You make mistakes, yes, you mess up, yes, you're human. So just be kind to yourself. Speak kind words to yourself. Treat yourself with care. Treat yourself with gentleness. Treat yourself the best way you can, because at the end of the day, you have yourself only. You are the biggest investment, you are the biggest achievement. So if you're not kind to yourself, I don't know how you expect everything else in life to go according to plan, or how you expect to attract better and abundance into your life. You have to be kind and gentle with yourself first before you can start sharing that love to the world. It can be really hard at first, but if you go at it little at a time, you'll get a hang of it. Start by treating yourself to that bag you always wanted, or by speaking affirmations in the morning, or by taking care of your health. Or if you mess up, you don't immediately say, oh, I'm so stupid, why did I do this? No, you just say, okay, I messed up. You recognize what you did. It's fine. I'll try again. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. And then you move on. Like, you guys really, like, we really need to work on self-love and self-care. My second in of the year has to go hand in hand with what I first said, and that is solo dates. Now, it's something I've never thought of before because I always found it weird. Imagine going somewhere just by yourself. Like, to me, it's like old me would see it as depressing. Maybe new me or this version of me still sees it as this person, but it's like in a point where, oh, it's depressing, but it's something I would like to try. It's something I would like to do. Like, this month, January, I went on a solo walk, and let me tell you guys, transformative moment, form of self-love as well. If like your love language is acts of service or whatever you would like to receive from someone, you have to learn how to give it to yourself first. If you would like someone to take you out on a date, take yourself out on a date. Don't just wait around for people to do these stuffs for you. Go on a solo date. Be in your thoughts, be in your energy, be in your space, and over time you won't even see it as a big deal. I think people don't spend time alone most of the time because they're scared of what other people think. Like, imagine going to a cafe and buying whatever you need, and then you're just sitting down in the corner all by yourself. It looks kind of weird, I know, but it doesn't matter what they think. What matters is that you, as a person, you are growing mentally. You are taking the much needed detox time to get to reset your system and to get your energy on the right track, to think everything through. So yeah, solo date is one of my ends of 2025. Embracing my femininity. Now this one can be kind of nitpicky. A lot of people might not agree with me, but I feel like mostly girls these days are influenced a lot by the internet. Like, they're influenced by what people say is right and what people say is wrong, what people say is nice and what people say is not. And one of the goals I set for myself, or one of the ends I want to bring in 2025, is embracing my femininity. Femininity is such a beautiful thing. I don't know what exactly led us in society to believe being a little more masculine as a woman shows you're powerful or is attractive. It is attractive sometimes. Like, if you find it attractive, it is attractive. Whatever you do, it's such a beautiful and wonderful thing in life. Like, I don't know why I ever became more masculine and lost my way in my femininity. So it's something I'm really trying to embrace this year. And yeah, another aim that we should all have this year is setting boundaries. Now, this can be really tough, especially if the boundaries you have to set are with people that are really close to you. But trust me, if you start learning how to set your boundaries, it's gonna be a whole game changer. Because a lot of people don't know what boundaries are, especially if they think you guys are really close or if you guys are really close. Personally, this year, I'm not gonna have it. Put people on the spot, tell them right away, okay? But in a polite way. Okay, we're not trying to be mean here. Just be like, oh, I heard what you said, but I find that offensive. I would appreciate it if you do not, say such again about me or blah blah. Just be clear to people that it's not all the time that they have to be all over you or they have to say things that offend you. Immediately someone steps over your boundary, you let them know. Like, that's what I really want to work on. And it can be tough because you're really close to this person, you really want to hurt their feelings. At the same time, you can't keep on cutting yourself in these hopes of trying to heal someone else's wound. It doesn't make sense. Set your boundaries, know what they are, communicate with the other person. Okay, these are my boundaries. Or even if after you've communicated with this person, they still decide to cross them, you tell them on the spot, I've already told you these are my boundaries, please, I would appreciate if you respect it. And if they don't, it just shows that type of people that you don't necessarily have to have in your life. If you can't respect my boundaries, I don't see why you should be in my boundaries or you should be around me. So yeah, that is my in. Now, the next in is building up myself, and by this I mean education wise and networking wise. I feel like there's a lot of things to learn, and something old me would do is I don't see the point of paying for mentorships or in-depth classes, things like, oh, how to build your business, or I didn't see the point, because basically to me every knowledge you want is out there on the internet. All you have to do is search it out. Like, why would you pay for a class? Maybe they are using the class to fund the lifestyle that they sold to you and tell you, oh, I'm going to teach you how to do this, and then you pay, and it's the money that you used to pay for the class that they're using to show a lifestyle that they're selling to you. It's like a circle. Okay, that's what I used to believe, and I used to believe it wasn't worth my money. But at the end of the day, I just matured to a point where I knew that education is priceless. This person is already doing it and they're offering to teach. What exactly would it take for me to just pay a little amount of money and learn from them? That's really what I want to focus on. I want to not necessarily buy ebooks or buy mentorship classes if it doesn't serve me a purpose, and if I know I won't get a value for my money. I would rather still learn from the gurus that are doing it. Learn from people who already have what you want, not just learning for learning's sake. So yeah, I really want to work on building myself up in terms of education. I want to read more, I want to explore more, I want to know more. And yeah, another in is self-care and health. Let me tell you guys, like last year 2024 was my year of learning. Like I just used last year to learn more about health, about self-care. And when I tell you guys, health is wealth, the knowledge you would get off the internet about your body and things you would know of how you were destroying yourself slowly is crazy, guys. Like, you really need to prioritize your health, prioritize your water, prioritize your nutrition. Like, the amount of rubbish we put in our body is crazy. I do not buy things that aren't necessary. I eat mostly organic now, okay? I eat things that are from the ground. If you actually take time to read your ingredients list, you can't pronounce most of those ingredients over there. So why exactly am I putting this in my body? Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I not taking care of myself? Such a sad thing to do. Best amount of wealth you can have, because even if you have wealth and you don't have health, you can't enjoy that wealth. You have to take care of yourself, not just physically, not just your body, also spiritually. Learn, read wide, like learn your religion, learn about religions. If you're not interested in religion, learn about something to believe in. Like, some people believe in zodiac signs, some people believe in the universe. Like, whatever you have, just make sure spiritually, mentally, especially mentally, we neglect a lot of mentals. But if you know you need help, definitely reach out to people who can help you. Don't just hold everything in, because at the end of the day, you have you. Building genuine relationships and genuine connections. Nowadays, we just build meaningless connections. We just build connections and friendships just because we are bored or just because we have no one. And I feel like that shouldn't be it, because the people you let in your life on the long run change your energy and they change who you are as a person. If you allow negative energy around you, you will become negative energy. Not just you would think about negativity, you would become it. Okay, anything you allow into your space, you become it. So I feel like building connections and relationships that don't serve me in the long run is a waste of my time. And this year I do not have time for that. Okay, I do not have time to be having meaningless friendships. Build connections with people that mentally stimulate you, that motivate you, emotionally stable and emotionally there for you. Do not build connections just because it's fun. I know most people be like, oh, but I'm young, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, some consequences go throughout your life. Like, I understand you are young, but some of those things get dragged on for the rest of your life. Surround yourself with kind, genuine people who actually care about you, who actually are interested in what you're interested in, who are actually interested in growth and prosperity and seeing you win. Family is very important. I don't know how other families are, but personally, I love my family. I love my sisters. I love everything about my family. So I just really want to be in the moment with my family. I want to grow with my family. I want to build a life with my family. We are done with the ins. Now let's get into the outs of 2025. And guys, there's a lot of outs we have to get out of the way. Okay, so number one out is comparison. Do not get me started. If you're comparing yourself to people around you or your friends, girl, comparison is rooted by insecurities. Okay, you only reason you compare yourself instead of just working on your own journey is because your mind is too busy to focus. You need to focus on your life. Get a life. Basically, if you do not have a life, you have all the time in the world to compare yourself. The time you're using to compare yourself to this person or who or whatever it is, you could literally use that time to get to where they are. Use people as motivation, not as a jealousy weapon. Why are you comparing yourself to your friends? Why are you comparing yourself to someone you don't know? Because you are jealous of their lifestyle. Like, jealousy and comparison is so low, because instead of being jealous by this person doing better than you can use them as a motivation. Basically, you can learn from them, can do things that they are doing. If you want something from yourself, you look at an inspiration and you try to get it done. Not that you hate. Even you hating even makes you less than when you started comparison. Please, comparison is like out the door. Like, I won't lie, before I used to like compare myself, not because I saw people as like challenges or whatever, but I just used to wonder. Another out we have to leave in 2024 is gossiping. I'm very proud of myself. It's just January, but I feel like I've done a huge job when it comes to that department. If you know you're someone that gossips, you need a life. You need to get a life. The reason why you're gossiping about other people is because you don't have a life. You have time to gossip about other people, but you don't have time to be on yourself and think about your life. You need to get a life. We're leaving gossiping in 2024. Like, why are you gossiping about? Like, it's so pathetic for you to be sitting down and talking about someone else's life, someone that doesn't know about you, or someone that doesn't even care, or someone that doesn't have you in their mind. Do you know how pathetic it is to be thinking and speaking about someone who doesn't have your interest in mind, who isn't thinking about you in that moment? You're literally using your time and energy to talk about someone's life. That is really sad. Actually, I feel sad, and I'm talking about like I've never done it before. Yeah, I used to be a gossiper. Like, tell me the tea, tell me the full tea. I want to know. I have the time for that. It's okay to know the tea, but like, don't entertain it, okay? Because sometimes you're just there and people are gossiping. Don't entertain. You don't have to put your 2 cents. Ask yourself, why exactly are you talking while they're gossiping? It's because you also want to be interesting, okay? You want to have a sense of importance. Be sharing other people's info. If you even know that info, it's none of your business in the first place, so why are you sharing this? Like, gossiping needs to go, okay? Gossiping is not it, guys, I'm telling you. Another out of 2024 is procrastination. Girls, 2025 is like the year we need to get things done. Stop with the procrastination. You are procrastinating your life away. You are spending your whole time pushing back things in life that you need to get done. Like, procrastination needs to go, laziness needs to go. Like, you need to get things done. Immediately you think about something, do not wait for 5 minutes, do not wait for Monday, do not wait for this time. You need to get it done, okay? If you don't get things done, that means you weren't worth fighting for. Your life isn't worth fighting for. What your dreams are isn't worth fighting for. You need to stop procrastinating. You need to get up, get things done. I know it's hard, but stop procrastinating. Stop thinking you can do it in later time. There's no later time. Like, tomorrow is not even guaranteed. Tell me why you're procrastinating this thing that you need to get done. If you need to get this done, it's actually really important to you, your life, your goals, you would get it done. Like, stop the procrastination, stop the laziness, start getting things done for yourself, okay? Nobody's going to do it for you. So if you like procrastinate from today to tomorrow, nobody's going to do it for you except you like get help or whatever. But don't procrastinate, okay? If you procrastinate, I'm sorry, 2024 is the same as 2025 and will be the same as 2026. Learn how to stop procrastinating. I can't tell you how to stop procrastinating because it's a personal decision. Immediately you decide, I do not want to be a procrastinator. Immediately you decide, I'm going to start getting things done. That's when things are actually going to be done. Like, there's nothing I can tell you that will fix your problem for you if you do not want to fix it yourself, okay? Procrastination is a no-no. 4 is peer pressure. Guys, I'm a victim. Like, I'm gonna confess, okay? Peer pressure is one of the worst things I struggle with. Like, like, sometimes you just want the feeling of being among, basically. So I feel like that's what peer pressure does to you. Everybody else is doing it. Also going to do it even though it doesn't serve you in any form or shape. It's honestly really bad. So I feel like you have to find your own sense of identity for you to battle peer pressure. If you don't have your own self of identity, you don't know what you like, you don't know what you don't like, you don't know your values, you don't know ethics, then I feel like peer pressure would definitely take over you. It's something you can always solve, but the solution starts with self-development, self-growth, self-improvement. self-knowledge. You have to know yourself to fight peer pressure. And I feel like I'm in that point in life where I'm not pressured as much. Of course, I get influenced from like TikTok and social media, but peer pressure this day doesn't move me much. I feel like if I'm not aligned with whatever someone else is doing, just because they're doing it doesn't mean I should do it. We all need to make our own path in life. Another out for this year is negative thinking. We need to change our mindset. We are what we think of. It's a quote I saw on an Instagram reel today actually. If you think about negativity and you speak about negativity, basically your life is going to be a whole bowl of negatives. If you think negative, you become negative. You are negative. You live a negative life. If you speak negativity, you manifest the negativity into reality. So the thoughts that should come in mind whenever something wrong happens, do not think negative. Or whenever something is gonna happen, don't think negative about it. Think the best possible outcome from whatever it is. Don't think negative. Do not speak. It's even worse if you speak it. If you're thinking something, it can just be a thought, but the moment you speak it, you're putting something into motion. Now you're speaking negative, someone else will speak negative, and then the circle continues. You're spreading negativity, you're spreading that energy, you're creating that energy into yourself, and sooner or later it will become who you are. People will know you for being a negative person. People associate you with negativity. So just stop being negative. It can be really hard because you just want to think of like, oh, the worst case scenario. But trust me, just first think of the best case scenario, then don't think at all. You don't have to think about what worse could happen. Like, a lot of worse things could happen, but as someone trying to change their mindset, you shouldn't be thinking about that. So negativity is something I'm really trying to throw out of the window. Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to bundle this thing up because I'm the type of person that is kind of negative. I'm no longer a negative person, but I just like to think of all cases scenarios. So negativity has to be there because what's the worst thing that can happen? I have to know so I can be prepared. Like, how bad is it, so that I'll know how to be ready for this. But nowadays I just like to, everything is fine, everything is okay. I don't have to be negative. I don't have to think so negatively, because the more you think negative, the more you become negative, the more you attract negative. That's just it. Another out for 2025 would be complaining. I feel like I got this bad habit actually recently. I wasn't ever a person to complain, but I don't know where exactly I got this character from. It had to be somebody that brushes on me, because I'm always the silent type whenever things go wrong, because I know at the end of the day it can't be fixed if I complain about it, if I whine about it, if I tell other people about it. There's nothing we can do. But all of a sudden I started being the type of person that any small thing that goes wrong, I complain. And I feel like deep down in me, I just hope whoever is listening can like fix my problem. And yeah, I feel like I got it from trying to find a lazy way out of problems, because complaining at the end of the day does nothing for you. It just makes you ponder and wonder about the situation. So I'm definitely going to get rid of complaining, inshallah. Like, stop complaining, stop nagging. Nobody cares at the end of the day. Nobody wants to know. Nobody's gonna help you. So if you're going to get something done, you better just get it done in silence, because you're just wasting your energy, because whatever you're complaining of, you still have to deal with it. Okay, so it's ew. Lastly, no action. What I mean by no action is, if you're someone that has huge dreams and huge goals, why do you always talk about it but do nothing to reach those? And I feel like it's something a lot of people struggle with, and it's something I really want to conquer. I don't just want to talk about my dreams. I don't just want to talk about them. I don't even want to talk about them. I just want my actions to show. I want people to know what I'm getting at by seeing what I'm doing. I don't want to always talk about something and I won't even do anything to be or reach where I want to be. Like, I don't want to be a no action person and just talk, like all talk, no action. It's a very low thing to do as a person. Okay, it's so devaluing for you to be all talk and no work? Okay, why are you saying all these great things? Why you do nothing? People will just start associating you with that, and they won't have any expectations from you. Now that is a problem. Whatever people think is none of your problem, but it's not a good look on the person you are and the person you're gonna be in future. If you don't mean something, don't say something. Don't start trusting yourself. Even if you set goals, you won't reach them because you don't trust yourself. Anyways, guys, so those are some of my in and outs I just shared with you guys. I feel so weird. Okay, on that note, that brings us to the end of this video. It's something I wanted to share to help the girlies out, to have an idea, okay, to kind of help them in their self-discovery, self-development journey. So yeah, I just gave you guys some sneak peeks into my ins and outs, hoping it will help you and hoping to give you a better vision of who you want to be and what you want to achieve this year. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something or two from this video. If you're not already, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to join the Bash fam, and I'll see you guys on my next video.